Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today, we are diving into a super important concept in modern Java development, Spring Dependency Injection. If you are building applications with Spring, understanding this concept is absolutely crucial. Dependency injection, often shortened to D, is a core principle that helps us write code that is flexible, easy to test, and maintainable. We will explore what dependencies are, the problems they can cause, and how Spring Framework elegantly solves these problems for us. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a clear understanding of how Spring automatically manages and provides the objects your application needs, making your life as a developer much easier. So, let's get started on this exciting journey into Spring Dependency Injection. Alright, let's begin by understanding the problem that dependency injection aims to solve. Imagine you have a car class, and this car needs an engine to run. Without dependency injection, you might write your car class to directly create its own engine object inside its constructor or a method. This approach is called tight coupling. The car class is now tightly bound to a specific engine implementation. What if you want to change the type of engine, say from a petrol engine to an electric engine? You would have to modify the car class itself. This makes your code rigid, difficult to modify, and very challenging to test independently. For example, testing the car without a real engine becomes complicated. This is a common issue in many applications. Now, let's look at how we can solve this tight coupling problem. The core idea of dependency injection is simple. Instead of a class creating its own dependencies, those dependencies are provided to it from the outside. Think of it like a chef who needs ingredients. Instead of the chef growing the vegetables and raising the animals themselves, the ingredients are supplied to them. In programming, we can achieve this injection manually in a couple of ways. The most common methods are constructor injection, where the dependency is passed through the class's constructor, or setter injection, where a setter method is used to provide the dependency. This way, the car class no longer cares how the engine is created, it just receives an engine object. This makes the car class much more flexible and easier to test with different engine types. Manually injecting dependencies is great for small applications, but imagine an application with hundreds of classes and complex dependency graphs. It would become a nightmare to manage. This is where the Spring Framework shines. Spring provides an inversion of control container, often called the IOC container, which takes care of creating objects and injecting their dependencies automatically. You just tell Spring which classes are components and where dependencies need to be injected, and Spring does the rest. We use annotations like @component to mark a class as a Spring-managed component, and @autowired to tell Spring to automatically find and inject the required dependency. Spring will scan your application, create instances of your components, and wire them together based on these annotations. This significantly reduces the boilerplate code you have to write. As you start using Spring Dependency Injection, there are a couple of common mistakes beginners often make. First, remember to always annotate your classes that Spring should manage with @component or one of its specializations like @service, @repository, or @controller. If you forget this, Spring will not know about your class, and at AutoWired will fail. Second, once you are using Spring, avoid creating objects with the new keyword for classes that have at AutoWired dependencies. For example, do not write car my car is equal to new car if car has an at AutoWired engine. Instead, always ask Spring for the object using context.getBean car.cls. Let Spring handle the object creation and dependency wiring. Following these best practices will ensure your Spring applications run smoothly and leverage the full power of dependency injection. Fantastic! We have covered a lot today. Let's quickly recap the key takeaways. Spring Dependency Injection is a powerful technique that helps us build loosely coupled, testable, and maintainable applications. Instead of classes creating their own dependencies, Spring provides them. We learned about the problem of tight coupling, how manual dependency injection solves it, and most importantly, how Spring automates this process using annotations like @component and @AutoWired. Remember, Spring's inversion of control container manages the life cycle of your objects and injects their dependencies, saving you a lot of effort. Keep practicing these concepts, try building a small Spring application yourself, and you will master dependency injection in no time. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting Java and Spring tutorials. Happy coding!